Good morning, Niagara. You're tuned into Car Connection, where the coffee's hot, the tools are ready, and the talk is always tuned up. I'm your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you straight from the Car Connection workshop, where we mix a little humor, a little know-how, and a whole lot of horsepower. Here, it's not just about fixing cars. It's about keeping you rolling and saving you money, giving you the confidence to understand what's under that hood, from the classics to the commuters, the weird noises, and to the what the heck moments. We've got you covered. So grab your coffee, sit back, join the crew, because this is Car Connection, your Monday through Saturday morning pit stop for stories, smarts, and a few good laughs. I'm Niall Motormouth Jenkins, and welcome to Motormouth's Morning Drive. If you're joining us for the very first time, we'll get through the introductions and the housekeeping tips so that you know where you can find all the information you need to connect with us, because we now have more ways for you to watch and listen and engage. So come and join us Monday through Saturday. Fridays are fun Fridays, and Saturday is a 1-hour Q&A, question and answer show. So if you have questions, I need you to email me those questions by noon on Friday so I can get the entire outline of the Saturday Q&A program put together ahead of schedule. So my email addresses are always in the description of our YouTube videos and our podcasts, which, yes, can be found on all platforms: Amazon, Apple, Spotify, and Podbean. Pretty much every podcast channel that's out there. If you type in Car Connection Workshop, you're going to find us. There may be some smaller ones that we may not be on, but we are on all the platforms, and you can find us there. All our podcasts automatically load up to our YouTube channel every single day. So there's 210 podcasts available to you on our YouTube channel, and we have over 500 pieces of information for you also watch and listen and engage. So that's that part. Crayons. That's right. We need 16 pack of Crayola crayons in a leaf bag so that you can take some notes. So if you have a co-pilot in the vehicle with you, you can get them to take notes. But if you've missed the podcast for whatever reason, you can pick it up at Niall Motormouth Jenkins, our YouTube channel. But we make it even easier for you. We do. On the homepage of our website, carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com, that's where you'll find everything on our homepage you'd like in order to follow our building and repair work that we do on our YouTube videos and connect with our program partners. It's the biggest drawer we have in our toolbox there for you. So all the links are there for our program partners and recommended businesses on our Business Network website. Just point, click, it will highlight, the logo will highlight, and you can open the profile page and meet our recommended business owners and program partners. And we thank you for giving our program partners your business. We need them, and we need you too. So thank you so much for that. In the top right-hand corner of our homepage, you will find all the platforms we're available to you on: your YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, Stevensvilleontheweb.ca. That's a website that is all put together many years ago by our videographer, Skippy. And she lives there. My parents live there. We know a lot of people that live in Stevensville. They're real people. Bump, ba-dum, bump, bump. They really are. And so Skippy created that website to bring the businesses into the community and the community into the businesses. We're there and under the businesses tab as automotive experts on those three platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Stevensvilleontheweb.ca. That's where you'll find reels, outtakes, and bloopers that you won't find anywhere else. We have a merch store put together by Freedom Expressions, and we get emails almost every other day. Do you have merch available? Yes. We have merch available where it's created and shipped directly to your door. And all the proceeds go to Total Freedom Addiction Campuses, Canada and USA, and so that they can do what they do, and that is change lives every single day for those who are ready to say goodbye to whatever their addiction is. So we want to make sure that we do our part to help them get to a campus near them. So stand with us, buy some merch, and know that every single dollar gets turned back to Total Freedom Addiction Campuses Canada and USA. Did I miss anything there? No, I think we got all that. Oh, subscribers. Subscribers, we now have our car connection maintenance schedule all put together. It has a profile page on our website. This will keep you fully organized for all your vehicle maintenance. So you don't need to think about anything. Just put a check mark or some kind of icon in the box next to the service so that you know that it has been taken care of. And at the end of the year, you dry erase it off. And that all comes with it. Erase it and start again. So they are environmentally friendly and everything that you need, including 3 lines of instructions. That's how simple it is to use. So no matter whether you're a senior, single mom, widowed, whatever your life circumstances are, you need to get a car connection maintenance schedule package. It's a system that I developed many years ago. And when I was on radio, we sent thousands of these out. And by request, I've revamped the whole thing and put it together for you. And you can order yours today online on our website. You can see and visit what the car connection maintenance system is all about before you order. And when you order, it comes directly to me here in the studio, and I ship those out directly to you. And there's a discount, pretty good discount for those who are subscribed to our podcast and our YouTube channel. If you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, would you take a moment to do that? Skippy and I are excited. We've hit the halfway mark to our first 1,000 subscribers, and we have worked hard for that. And we want to bring you more and more content, and it takes time, effort, energy, and money to do that. We would like to hit 1,000 subscribers by July 30 of this year. So if you'd be kind enough to do that, make sure you're subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, you're one of the 68% that haven't, but you're watching the videos and enjoying them, please take a moment to do that for us. Like, share, follow, ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single automotive tech tip. And we'll see you in the next one there. There's two new ones that went up yesterday. Let's jump into our morning coffee. I've left mine in the shop somewhere, running around, because Wednesday is curb day, and it adds more legwork to my duties before hitting the microphone and recording the podcast. I've put it down somewhere. Have you ever done that? I've put it down somewhere, and I haven't found it yet. So you'll be having a swiggy. I'll be thinking about you. So if you're in the queue to the drive-thru, get your order. It's hump day. Double check your order and make sure that it's right before you hit the highway. Because having to get back in the line and actually drive back and get it changed up, that takes a lot of time out of your day. Been there, done that. That's why I travel with my thermos. Coffee's made exactly the way I want it, and I don't have to sit in the drive-thru. We'll also have our daily weather report coming to you by Earl and Louise Grant at City Auto Sales and Leasing, providing you with quality, low-mileage vehicles at fair prices always. You got to meet Mama Louise. I'll tell you, you won't want to wait till you buy your next car, because you're going to have the most amazing car buying experience ever at City Auto Sales and Leasing. Earl and Louise Grant are an amazing couple. It's their passion and compassion to provide quality vehicles at fair prices, in-house leasing and financing available. And if they don't have what you're looking for, you need to connect and get Earl on it, because he will not push, pull, or drag a piece of junk in just to have it to sell to you. That's not what they do there. Not at all. If it's out there and Earl can find it through their resources over 25 years they've created, he'll bring it in. They're Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store. So let's jump in and have our morning swiggy. Thank you to our friends Kathy, Dave, and Dan Grimo at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls, building Canada since 1931, creating all kinds of cinder blocks, metal, rebar, all the things you need to create a building. But if you're looking to create that beautiful backyard space to call your own, your hangout zone, your oasis, as it were, they have all the hardscape landscaping materials you can imagine, and they are stunning, outstanding products. If you need a contractor to design and estimate and start the job and finish the job, you need to check in with Kathy Grimo at the front office and ask for a referral, because she has a page of contractors that they know over the years that can do just that for you. And I'll tell you, many years ago when we built this studio, man, I'll tell you, I could have used some heavy-duty referrals, because it was a 2-year project that drove me absolutely nuts. That's all I got to say about that. Drove me absolutely bonkers. So I've learned a lot about that. Just hire a general contractor to take care of all the contractors, making sure their work is up to par and it's done on time so the next guy can get his workload done. I've learned a lot. It's well worth it to hire a general contractor when you're doing a big job. Otherwise, you are the general contractor and you will not have a life till the project's done. Just saying. Our morning topic today, used or new. Something I experienced yesterday, hardcore, that I thought, you know what? We've never talked about this. And it's a topic we definitely need to cover. So stick around for that. You're going to want to know, used or new. Your Motor Mouth summer tech tip today is keeping it clean underneath. So stick around for that as well. And how we do our morning swiggy. I'm just going to have some water. That's all I got available to me until I find my coffee mug. Well, that's what happens on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is trash day. Take out the trash. So on 3, 2, 1, let's have a swiggy together, and then we'll have our morning weather. We'll kick right into our title and topic today, episode 211. 3, 2, 1. Mine's not the same. That's all I can say. It's wet, but that's about it. Yep, that's pretty boring. Anyways, I'll hunt down my coffee cup, because I'm running on Wednesdays. I'm running around. I'm getting stuff gathered together, because here on the South Shores of Lake Erie, we have critters. And the critters come out from everywhere at night. And if you put your curbside the night before, you're going to be picking it up from curbs all around the neighborhood. So I leave mine until the morning when I get up at 4 a.m. and run around and get it all done. So I'll find my mug later, and I'll let you know where I found it tomorrow. So stick around for that. I've put it down somewhere. You ever done that? You're in a rush. You put something down. You go, where's my car keys? You know, I just had a sandwich on a plate, and I put it down somewhere, and I can't find it. Yeah, that happens. Just to me, maybe? Yeah, send me an email on that. Let me know what you lost one time. It took a while. The thing I do lose is these magnetic flashlights. And then I'd set it down somewhere because somebody's pulling me away to look at something, and then I can't find it. You know, your brain just shuts off. Well, today, here's what we got. You ready for it? Well, on the rainometer, we have 0, so no RAIN today in the South Shores of Lake Erie and in the Niagara region. 66 degrees right now and sunny. Feels warmer, about 69 degrees. Sunny conditions will continue all day. So today's temperature range is from 65 to 85 degrees. Going to feel more like 66 to 87. Yesterday we tapped out at 82. Nice breeze yesterday. And today we're going to, our top number will be 85 degrees. So remember, if you're out in the sun, put your sunscreen on before you burn. I'm just saying. Someone always has to remind me of that. Going, well, you know, you should put, okay, whatever. thank you to our certified financial planning professionals, Tony, Miele, and Larry Tetro. You can get a complimentary 1 hour and a coffee discovery meeting. Leave your money at home, period. They're not selling anything. They're going to listen to what your circumstances are. If you've got a portfolio with the bank, you're going to want to move that so it can actually make you some money. Make you some money. If you've got carrying a lot of debt, they can help you with that. Estate planning. If you've got kids 18 years or older living under your roof and you're not their health proxy, you're not able to direct doctors for any kind of treatment. So that's a serious one, moms and dads. And that's a term from the U.S. I don't know what they call it here. I can't remember. But you have to be their medical powers of attorney if they're 18 years of age and living under your roof. Mortgages, I don't do bank mortgages anymore. Great rates, wonderful mortgage department out in Winnipeg. The ladies out there with IG Wealth Management are amazing. Life insurance, critical illness insurance. If you've got questions and need some clarity regarding financing, Tony and Larry have over 50 years experience, and they don't need any more clients. They don't. They're doing this to help you, to give you some direction. So take advantage of their knowledge and leave your wallet and your purse at home when you meet with them. And there's several ways for you to do that: by Zoom, by phone, in a coffee shop, in a box with a fox, at your own home, whatever you're comfortable with. The guys will do that. And I've known Tony and Larry, and they are my personal financial planner. I sat with Tony yesterday for about a half an hour, and he asked, how are things going? I said, well, we're going to hit episode 211 tomorrow. We have over 500 items on our YouTube channel, and we're pushing to get monetized by the end of July. We got to hit our first 1,000 subscribers. So he was pretty excited about all that and being able to be a part of the program still, which he's been with us and Car Connection since 2007, and then Larry Tetro came along afterwards. And it's just a great way for you to sit down and talk finances and get real answers to your questions. So take advantage of that. Anything else I'm missing here for those who are joining us for the first time? Yes, our Car Connection maintenance schedule has its own profile page on our home. I'll get it out in a minute. On our website at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. You will find it on our website. So you can see what it's all about. And if you're a subscriber to our podcast and our YouTube channel, there's a phenomenal discount just for you to take advantage of. The Car Connection maintenance schedules system is available right now for you to order, and you fill out the order form. That comes directly to me, and we ship that from the studios here, the Car Connection studios, directly to you. And they're there while they last. So we've done a run. We've updated them and given them a brand new look so that you can stay on top of your vehicle maintenance. It's all there for you. They're not difficult to use. There's 3 lines of instructions in every kit, and everything is in there that you'll need. And if you do have a challenge, you can always reach me through email. My email addresses are in the descriptions of the YouTube videos, always, and the podcast descriptions as well. Let's jump into our topic this morning. It's a hot one, and I mean it is. It's hot off the press because I was on the road yesterday. I had several stops, and one of them was I needed some used pieces to finish off the last segment of the 2003 New Beetle convertible, where I've gotten into a big mouse problem in behind the dash. And it started off with changing the cabin filter, and it's just kind of escalated from there into hantavirus and excrement that has to be handled and managed properly to prevent from getting seriously sick. So you can look that up. It's the real deal. If you're cleaning up mouse and rodent excrement, you need to know what you're dealing with, because hantavirus is a serious thing. So I had composed a small list of bits and pieces that I needed. I needed a couple things for the 2008 Nissan Rogue, and also for this Beetle. And what else was there? I think that was about it. So I just wanted to buzz into one of these U-Pull-It parts yards now. And I've been going to automotive recycle yards since I was 16. So a long time. And in the U.S., these U-Pull-It yards are very popular. And I would even go into the U.S. because I was over there anyway broadcasting. And there's an outfit there that they were our sponsors for a while. We had two of them, M&M U-Pull-It. And the other one, I can't remember the name of the yard now. Yeah, it's called Metallico now. But you can go in there and pull parts. But we need to talk about this, because if you're buying used auto parts and they pull the parts for you, those yards, I know many of them, and they test. When the vehicles come in, they oil pressure test the engines and transmissions and verify that those big components can be resold, that they're in good shape and they're in working order, and they give you a 120-day warranty on any part you buy over the counter, but they take it off for you. Those aren't U-Pull-It yards. They take the part, and it's all the pieces and parts are tested before they go on the shelf or before the vehicle goes in the yard. And a lot of recycle yards now are taking all the good parts off the vehicle, like engines and transmissions come out, and they're shelved and they're tagged and bagged with the vehicle mileage written right on those big components. So that's what I'm used to. A lot of the yards would let me in there and I could go and pull my own stuff and save the labor, but many of them do not anymore. They take the parts, pull the parts for you. So in Canada, these new U-Pull-It yards have popped up. And there's some things that you need to be aware, first, of used versus new parts. And I've got 5 things that are must know when shopping used parts. Otherwise, you are going to be taken for the ride of your life. So yesterday, I went into one of these places, and just down the street from another place in the Niagara region that I've been going to for many years, they pull the parts for you, and I've always been treated well there. And they're a great bunch of guys to deal with. So that's why they're still in business. I've been dealing with them for a long time. I thought I'd just buzz into this yard and go and pluck and harvest some small bits and pieces that I was looking for to finish this 2003 Beetle and a couple of things for the 08 Nissan Rogue that I drive around in. And that's really good on fuel. But man, there were a lot of those babies in the wrecking yard. And I know why, because the CVT transmission, there was a number of them, the transmission was missing. So you know what's going on. Anyhow, at those particular yards, they're not testing any parts. None. 0. So you're going to pay an entry fee, and you're going to go in and you're going to pull parts yourself. And you're thinking, I'll save some money. Stay tuned, because no, you won't. So here's the thing. When it comes to used and new parts, there's some steps you need to follow in the first place. And we're going to come back to the U-Pull-It centers so that you know how that system works. And it's not stacked in the consumer's favor. It is not. Not one iota. And I'll uncover that in a minute and be respectful, but at the same time, we want to be prosumers, not consumers, because that's where the money goes. So you want to get 3 prices. If you're considering, and this is not for the, you're taking the car to the shop. I knew certain customers that they would want used parts, and I would shop them ahead of time, and I would have them sitting and waiting, and I would only buy used parts from recycle yards where I knew for years that they tag and bag everything. There's the mileage on it from the vehicle it came out of, the serial number of the car, and that they're giving you automatically a 120-day warranty. And in some cases where, money's tight, it could help you a lot and still get your car fixed. And so I use that as an avenue and an option for my clients at our automotive shop. And for myself, for many years, I buy and sell cars, and people would get a great deal on a vehicle that I've gone over, and I called those my $500 beauties, cleaned them, made the mechanical fit, and get them back out on the road. And it's kind of like recycling. So if you're considering going used components for your vehicle, here's how you're going to manage it. I'm going to teach you how you don't get taken advantage of. You got to know your pricing today. You really, really do. So number one, you're going to get 3 prices. You're going to check out what the part is worth brand new from a local parts jobber. Okay, so step 1 is parts required. We need to do 3 price checks. 3, not 1, not 2, 3. So the local parts jobbers. So whether it's, like a Napa, CarQuest, Parts Source, wherever you feel confident with getting a price on a new component. Number 2, you're going to go online and pick 1 or 2 online areas where you can. I have my go-tos, and I check price there as well. So you want that price next. Then thirdly, here's how you're going to do it. Now, if you're calling a used recycle yard that pulls the parts for you, get a price from there. All right, next, if you decide that you're going to go to a you pull it wrecking yard, recycle yard, where you pull the parts and you think you're going to save money on the parts, listen up. This is where I'm going to blow a hole in that because it's not good. If you go to a you pull it yard, you're going to pay to get in. It's going to be $2 or $5, whatever it is. None of the components that you're going to remove have been tested. No mileage is recorded. You have no history on the components that you're going to pull off that vehicle, whether it's something electronic, whether it's an alternator, starter, engine, cylinder head, transmission. I don't know. They don't know. They don't test anything. They don't check anything. So you're going in there, putting your time in, paying your entry fee, and here's where it gets ugly, okay? So stay with me. This happened to me yesterday, and I got schooled, and I was not happy about it, and that's why on the way home I go, how can we turn this into making sure that our listeners don't get the opportunity to get schooled? So you go in, you pull all your components, you harvest your list. So you go in with your list, and I had a list, and they gave me a list of where the vehicles are, and that's a bit bizarre, but I was in there for 2.5, almost 3 hours in the sun. And I did come out with pretty much everything I wanted. Some of the parts were broken, but not broken to the point where the ones that I'm trying to replace are totally broken. Like there's nothing left. So it was kind of like, well, these are broken, but I can probably work with it. And here's what on 3 hours of being out in the yard, I'm going to give you a lowdown on what I had in my Ziploc bags. And I say that because so you know, I didn't have any super big items. I had a lot of little plastic, what I call nibbly bits of stuff that I wanted to gather that I could use. So I paid my entry fee. It was $5. And then now you go in there with your list and you go and locate what you're going to be checking to see if the components are there and that you can use them and take them off. So in 3 hours, I gathered 2 shifter knobs, 2 little center caps, Some little rubber bumper stoppers for the fuel door on the Rogue. They're missing, so when the fuel door closes, it's shaklank, and you don't want it to be rubbing metal on metal. The little bungee things are important. That's where rust starts. I need a couple of plastic little brackets that hold the dash together on the 2003 Beetle, and it was killer work to get those out. You have to disassemble the entire dash like I'm doing the job here in the shop. A lot of work, but I had my tools to do it, and I took water with me, and I ran out. I really needed 6 bottles of water. Anyhow, what else did I get in that bag? Oh, well, I was in one of the Beetle convertibles that's there for harvesting. I found a couple of thermostat switches for the heated seats, and they were already taken off because somebody bastardized the dash. And I'll tell you, they're not friendly when they take stuff apart, people. They just hack it. So I thought, hey, they're not broken. I'll throw those in my Ziploc bag. I'll take those. What else did I get? Anything else major? Nope, just those 2 switches, a bunch of plastic stuff, 2 center caps, 2 shifter knobs. And they're not electronic shifter knobs. They just go on the shaft of the shifter. But mine spins around 180 degrees. It's not locking in. So it's a bit goofy when you're shifting, and I'm concerned that I may shift and pull the knob right off the shifter. So, and those parts aren't available from Nissan. So, yeah. What else did I have in there? I'm just thinking, was there anything else major in there? Oh, I took some screws. That's right. About 30 screws. As I'm taking the dash apart, I thought I'll take some extra screws. I'm pulling it apart. Put those in my Ziploc bag. Okay? So after 3 hours, and why did it take so long? Because these vehicles are in different rows all over the place. So there's a row of them over here. There's a row over there. And so if you're looking for quality, you gotta do all the work. You're doing all the work. So anyways, 3 hours, I head to the gate. I didn't ask what the prices were because I thought, I'm not really taking anything of super value out of there. So I get to the gate, the counter, and they lay everything out. And then here's where it gets ugly. Okay, so this is what you have to know. So you're using your time, your tools to go in and pull the parts. So when you get to the counter, now they're going to dissect what you're wanting to purchase by item by item. And if you want warranty on the item, you have to buy the warranty. You following me? You have to buy the warranty. At a recycle yard where they pull the parts for you, you'll see on the invoice 120-day exchange on the component. Labor not included. So at a you pull it yard, if you want warranty on anything you've purchased, so if I want a warranty on the nibbly plastic bits, a little bit of plastic trim, size of a small triangle, where the plastic pieces, and the plastic pieces for the Beetle were partly broken. So I was going to have to do some work to make them work. And the shifter knobs, I really only needed the clip and the little plastic thing that holds it on, but I thought I'll just take the whole knob. That was a huge mistake. So anyways, after it's all tallied up, you ready for it? With warranty, my Ziploc bag, my medium-sized Ziploc bag holding all the plastic stuff, and in the little plastic bag, the little triangles that go around the outside mirror on the Nissan Rogue, and a handful of screws. $160. $160. And I go, $160? And there's another lady standing there with a hubcap, and I'm going, for what? I didn't buy a cylinder head or anything. Yeah, and I stood there listening to them itemize every single piece. Well, that's a switch. This is a there's 2 shifter knobs here. There's some plastic trim pieces. And the lady says, and there's hardware in this Ziploc bag. Looks about 30 screws. And then the total comes in $160. I just spent 3 hours in the blazing heat harvesting stuff that in most yards, if they allowed me to go in, they'd just go, Niall, just go on. We'll see you next time. They won't even bother writing an invoice for it. So then she says, well, is that too much? I go, yeah. Yes, it is. Well, so you don't want the warranty then? I go, no. Why would I? They're plastic nibbly bits and like little tiny bungee things for the fuel door and a couple of switches. No big deal. You don't know if they work. I don't know if they work. I'm taking a chance. If I need them, I said, the ones that I have are working. So I thought, hey, they're on the floor in the car I'm working on. I'll grab them. So we can take $30 off. So it'll be $130 now. And I'm like a deer in the headlights looking. The lady's staring at me that's got the hubcap. I go, I've been in this industry 44 years plus. And I'm not about to give you $130 for this. 3 hours of my time. And this is, to me, is just, you know what? The one car is going to be scrapped tomorrow. The Beetle that I was in, the young chap is getting him ready for the road to be scrapped. So all those parts, and that's where I found the pieces that were broken, but not as broken as the ones I have. That car is full of really good stuff yet, and it's getting scrapped tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to Crusher. So I said, no, thank you, and I handed her my Ziploc bags and I left. I'm going, wow, what a waste of time. People need to know about this. So here's the thing. If you're going to go to a U-Pull-It yard, you go with a grocery list. You make sure you have a list of all the parts that you're interested in. Before you even step through the 2 glass doors to go out to the U-Pull-It yard, you have them go through your list, itemize it, and give you an exact price on every single piece you're interested in pulling. Before you do what I did and assumed shouldn't be too much money for these things. You know, most yards would just give them to me because they don't care. That stuff doesn't make them any money, and it's not worth their time writing it up. So that's what I assumed. I assumed incorrectly, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. So if you have 10 items on your list of what you want to harvest, you make sure those ladies at the counter or fellas give you a price per item on your paper and then sign it. Because you don't want to come out and the prices have changed. You say, if that's the price, I'm willing to pay that, but not a penny more. So make sure you go into the U-Pull-It yard with a grocery list of parts that you want and get them all priced out before you even put the labor in to go and get those components out of the yard. Otherwise, you'll face what I did. I spent 3 hours and then $160. Best they were going to do was $130. I said, here's the thing. I said, you're charging me for the screws? Well, everything has a price, you know. That was the answer I got. Everything has a price, you know. I said, even the broken stuff? Well, you know, you either want it or you don't. And here was the answer I got. We don't care. Just like that. And I'll tell you, their prices are out of this world. And that's where I'm going with all of this. I would stay clear of the U-Pull-It yards. If you're looking to save money, you're not going to save anything there. You got to buy your warranty on the parts, and you know it's your labor. And then if you go back and the part is defunct, you get to go in and use your labor to pull another one off. Follow me? It's a circle of madness. So get a price per item before you spend the time pulling the parts. And used parts may not be the real solution to the real problem. Just a Band-Aid fix. You know what I'm saying? A major headache can come out of all of that. So yesterday, that's what I had on the way home. Not really. But I wasn't happy. I spent 3 hours, and there's no way I'm going to overpay for something. At the most, I would have been willing to go $30 for all of it. That was, in my mind's eye, I'm going $30. It's more than I would spend on that stuff normally, if have to pay for it at all. When we used to be able to go into the wrecking yards and pull our own parts, the guys were happy to do that because they always have not enough staff and lots of parts orders coming in, and the guys get behind. They go like, "Can you pull your own stuff?" Yeah. And they give you a break on that, absolutely, but not in these U-pull-it yards. I'm just telling you right now, that's how it's going to work at all of them. You're going to pay an entrance fee. You're going to put your time in. You're going to get to the counter. Now they're going to nail you with what it's worth. And if you want warranty, you're going to have to buy the warranty at the same time. So before you do that, again, just to reiterate, you go to the counter. Before you even pay your $5 or $2 entrance fee, get them to price all the parts out that you're looking to harvest out of their yard so that you know exactly what the monies are before you do what I did. Put the labor in and then end up leaving everything behind. And you know what? I looked at, I spent 3 hours, but I'm not about to pay $130 for something that's 2 Ziploc bags of goodies. No, absolutely not. So in some cases, getting a used component that's been pulled for you, inspected, tagged with the mileage, tagged with the vehicle it came off of, and comes with a standard 120-day warranty, that's okay. At least you know where you stand with that. And you don't have to buy the warranty. It's just initialized and it's on the invoice. 120-day warranty, exchange parts only. So it's buyer beware. You're definitely not going to save any money at a U-pull-it yard. I don't see it happening. And the sad part is their parts, you have no information whatsoever. So if you're buying something, a major component like a cylinder head, a transmission, a differential, an engine, there were guys ripping cars apart, pulling engines out in there. None of them are tested. So how do they know what they're getting? And then nothing has mileage on. So you don't even know the mileage on the vehicle. If the dash is digital, you can't read it. So you don't know what the mileage is. So you have zero control. So you leave yourself beyond wide open of a problem happening. You follow me? So your Motor Mouth summer tech tip, you ready for it? And then we'll call it a day. Keeping it clean underneath. All right, quick tip that gets overlooked every time. Wash under your car. Dirt, road salt, yep, some places still have it in the summer, and grime collect and eat at your frame. So hit the car wash with an undercarriage spray or grab a hose if you're old school, because rust never sleeps. But you can slow it down at least. You never do that underspray in the winter, just in the summer. But if you're rust proofing on a regular basis, you won't have to do that. You won't have to wash underneath, because the product that I endorse, they don't endorse us in return, is on our website. It's there. You can find it. It has the initial CF. The best part about that product is it has a acid neutralizer in it that neutralizes the acids created by road salt. So make it a great day. Keep it under 100. And happy, healthy motoring. I hope you got something out of that for the I guess today's program was more for the do-it-yourselfers than anything else, but it's buyer beware. I would just stay clear of the you pull it yards and go to the yards where they're pulling the parts for you, and they're tagged, bagged, and they come automatically with a warranty, and they're tested, so they know you're putting in the effort and getting a component that's the real deal. So peace, patience, and kindness always, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for another Motor Mouth Morning Drive. Bye for now.